Do you want to know how hardcore I am? Drinking grapefruit juice in a Coca-Cola glass. Oh wait, we've done that one before. Never mind. Hello everyone, welcome to Get to Know with me, Kankers. So we've got a few questions here asking what do I think of the new Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer. And I have seen it and I do want to give my thoughts on it, but I thought a way I could answer this is by watching the trailer again to jog my memory and also to point out most of the actual trailer as I watch it. So because I don't want to get copyrighted left, right and centre, because that's never fun, I will just have to play, say, elevator music in the background, speed things up a bit, and then I'll stop every time I want to make a point. So let's Star Wars it up. Let's not drop the camera. Right, so pause it there. The very first scene I think is absolutely epic, and it draws you right into the trailer because it's a downed not only X-Wing, but you've got a Star Destroyer as well, which is absolutely badass. And J.J. Abrams has done that before, I believe, in his Star Trek films, and it just sets the scene quite nicely, and you're like, wow, there's clearly been a big mental battle. Probably we won't see it in this film, which is kind of gutting. Hopefully we do, but it's just like, okay, there's been an epic battle. There's just casually a downed Star Destroyer. When do we ever see that? And it also shows that the Empire are quite weak at this point. Maybe not necessarily. I know they've had about 45 Death Stars blown up by this point. But they've got a Star Destroyer just kicking about there. And only one X-Wing we can see. So maybe the Empire are still quite not doing that great. Let's just put it like that. But let's continue with the trailer. And yeah, play. Play, Noel. No, play. Right, so we've got where Luke is talking now, and you can tell it was Luke straight away, not just by looking at the Vader mask. I mean, looking at, like, he must have kept that just as a memento, like, Vader, yeah, he existed, right? But that's cool to see the Vader mask back, even though it's just like a sort of prop. It probably won't do much in the story or anything like that, but it's another sort of fan service they've added into the trailer. But if you didn't think that was Luke later, you know it's definitely Luke now, as he's got his robotic hand just casually touching R2-D2, and it's nice to see R2-D2's here, and that's him confirmed for the film, obviously. Obviously he would be, but it's nice to... Is R2-D2 a male? That is a very good point. But anyway, let's get into this trailer. With him saying his sister has it, and he's passing a lightsaber to possibly Leia here, I hope they don't do a Force Unleashed 2. Was it the DLC that had Leia was like a Jedi? That was bizarre. Please do not make Leia a Jedi. Honestly, if you do, I'll do nothing, because I don't have the authority to really do anything at this point. But don't make Leia a Jedi. Of course, you could be passing it to the person where it's like, you have that power too. Maybe that's talking about one of his kids or something like that. But I swear, if Leia's a Jedi... Now that's badass, seeing all the X-Wings fly over the water. We've seen a lot of that with the first trailer as well. X-Wings don't like space, apparently. That's what I've learned from these past two trailers. It's actually really cool though. It sets a different scene, because even though space is cool, it gets kind of old a little bit. It's nice to see, you know, some new scenery and stuff like that. So I'm expecting to see a lot of on Tatooine dogfights and stuff like that. We've seen TIE Fighters attack the Millennium Falcon in the first trailer. So I'm really excited to see how that pans out, so to speak. And then we got a look at another look at that lightsaber that everyone hates, just a snippet of it. I still think that's quite cool, but we'll have to see what that looks like in the movie. Currently we've got people running away from explosions. I believe that's John Boyega and possibly the person on the speeder in the first trailer. And I do actually like the new Stormtrooper armour. I know we've seen it in the first trailer, but with them all turning around like that, it's quite cool. They look quite badass. This is an interesting scene. The Empire are getting destroyed by the Empire. Like, you're thinking here, what's going on? There's a TIE fighter just casually attacking their own. He could be like, why is there a TIE fighter attacking us? Screw you guys, I'm going home. The Chrome Trooper looks awesome. Hopefully he doesn't end up on Tatooine, because, you know, with their two sons and stuff, he's going to be just really reflective. Maybe that's how he attacks his enemies. He doesn't need a gun, it's just reflection. And like, everyone needs sunglasses on Tatooine, or visors, I guess. That's more Star Wars, isn't it? And there is Boyega. I keep calling him Boyega, I don't know, he probably does have a character name by now, but I'm just too lazy to look up stuff. He's getting offered the hand of one of the main protagonists. Presumably that's when he joins the rebellion. And of course it ends with Han Solo and Chewbacca, which is absolutely awesome. There's not a better way to actually end the trailer, if you think about it, having two of the best and most renowned characters in the Star Wars universe. And it's quite badass. Han Solo, or Harrison Ford, I guess you could say, he doesn't look that bad. I thought he'd look like all frail and as if he was about 95, which he pretty much is, but he looks pretty good there. When I first watched this, I did laugh at Chewbacca. The lip syncing seems to be quite poor, because he gives it this big roar and his lips are just like, like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't seem that good, but that's just a little gripe I've got. But overall, a really good trailer. It's more revealing than the first trailer, I'd say, and it gets me more looking forward to the film, which is always good. And I can't wait to see any more any more trailers that come out, or any more from the film itself. And December, it's too far away. I'm really looking forward to this. So if you guys have seen the trailer, hopefully you have. I mean, this is a Star Wars channel after all. You should have watched it by now, hopefully. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. And shout out to the Star Wars Battlefront trailer, actually. That hit up over the weekend, was it? And that was a pretty awesome trailer as well. So a lot of Star Wars kicking about, and a lot of good stuff as well. What part of Scotland are you from? Who is your favourite Star Wars character? Have you ever thought of doing a fan fiction movie? Well, first off, what part of Scotland am I from? I am from Fife. I'm from Glenrothes in Fife. My mother's maiden name is... Wait a minute, you nearly caught me out there, but... Yep, I'm from Glenrothes, Fife. And that's all you're getting. I don't want anyone turning up at my door trying to sell me stuff. Anyway, who is your favourite Star Wars character? I've said this before, every like couple of months it changes, apparently. Like, one month I'm like, that character's so badass, he's so badass, all these guys, craziness. Always as a constant, I say Han Solo or Boba Fett. I'm going to say Han Solo here, but I wouldn't. If you ask me this question again in like a month, I wouldn't be surprised. You wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if I said like Boba Fett, or if I said Darth Revan or something, because my mind likes to wander between things. If you didn't guess, so that changes my favourite character as well. Apparently, have you ever thought of doing a fan fiction movie? I haven't, but I think that would be badass, although it would be quite expensive to like hire all the costumes and stuff. But yeah, that actually be pretty cool. I don't know what the storyline would be. It'd be like this rogue stormtrooper sets up a shop and lives the American dream. We're on to something there. We are on to something. I bet Disney are watching this, just writing this shit down like, Star Wars 8 sorted. What happened with Barriss O'Fee on Order 66? She died via Order 66 on Felucia. I'm aware your favourite Sith is Maul, but why is that? Also, who's your favourite non-Force sensitive character? I like Han Solo a lot. My favourite Sith is Darth Maul because he's just so badass, and that's probably sounding like quite a petty argument, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, he looks cool, therefore he's amazing. I know he sort of sucks in the films and stuff, but you have to bear in mind, when I watched The Phantom Menace, I was still quite young. I was probably about 5 or something like that. So therefore, I'm going to get attached to someone so cool like that. And I just really like him. Obviously, I like other Sith. It's not just like Darth Maul, but he's just above everyone else. And I so wish that they did more of him in the prequels. Had him maybe survive. Well, maybe not the whole prequels. Maybe come. Like, not get killed, essentially, in Phantom Menace, and come back in Attack of the Clones or something. But then in saying that, you wouldn't have people like General Grievous and stuff. Because I think that one of the bad things with the prequels is that they had too many bad guys, you know what I mean? That they had to just kill off within like the actual film. So maybe they should have just had Darth Maul throughout the whole thing, him and Count Dooku. And maybe, yeah, him, Count Dooku and Darth Sidious, and that's it. We don't need General Grievous or anything. Maybe we don't even need Count Dooku, just have Darth Maul and Sidious, why not? They're two of the bad guys, everyone try and kill them. A lot simpler than the actual film. I bet Disney are like, oh, if we ever reboot the prequels. Nah, they're definitely not. But nonetheless, also, what's your favourite non-Force sensitive character? Because my favourite character overall is Han Solo, I'd probably have to say he's my favourite non-Force sensitive as well. However, honourable mention, Boba Fett as well. I absolutely love C-3PO. If anyone doesn't like C-3PO, then they've got something wrong with him. He's just such a legend, although he can be quite the complaining type, if you like, in the films. He is one of the standout characters, and he's always quite funny as well, even if he doesn't mean to. So I do like C-3PO. He is pretty awesome. Hey, how do you feel about Disney cancelling Star Wars The Clone Wars? Well, in a way it's quite bad, because if they had more series they would have been able to branch their storylines out more and stuff like that. However, they've got like for the fans that are wanting the series continued, there has been the episodes leaked and put on Netflix and stuff like that. So you're still able to get where they were going, if you know what I mean. So it's not totally a major shame. I would have liked it to continue. However, Star Wars Rebels has been quite a good series. Series 1's just finished not long ago, in fact, and I did enjoy that. So, you know, it's out of the old, in with the new. Star Wars Rebels, I don't necessarily know if it's better than the Clone Wars, however, it's still fairly enjoyable and stuff like that. And that's actually a good question for you guys. Do you prefer, so far, I know it's early days, but do you prefer Star Wars Rebels or Star Wars The Clone Wars? Let me know. Comments below. The final question for today, that was intense. I better mute, well, slightly change the audio for that, because earphone users would have died there. But anyway, the last question, the last question for today came from Lily. You remember her, right? Hopefully you do. Just because she's not been on a video in a while, you should still remember. Lily asked me a question, and it was, I hope I remember it right here, or she could shout at me. She asked, why do the first episode of Star Wars lore on Jar Jar Binks if I don't like him? Firstly, have I said I don't like Jar Jar? I think I have, actually. Damn it. Jar Jar's alright, and I don't hate him. I just don't like him terrifically. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't... He's alright. Would I invite him over for a tuna sub and some beers? No. However, I would invite him over for a fight to the death. Possibly. Yeah, I don't like Jar Jar that much, has to be said. So, right, now we've established I don't really like Jar Jar. The reason I made the first episode on Jar Jar is because I genuinely wondered what happened to him after Order 6. I was one of the ones that's like, please say he died. No, I was one of the ones that was just wondering, because nothing's mentioned at all about Jar Jar. He doesn't get killed off in episode 3. He's not obviously in the original trilogy. So what happens to our clumsy Gungan? That's pretty much the first line from that video. But yeah, I thought it was just something I wanted to find out, and I thought I'd make a video on it, even though I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of him or anything like that. So there you go. All your questions have been answered today, and I always do this at the end of videos. I don't know why my hands are just so active. I don't know why. It's because I have the Force, obviously. So yeah. That's it for Let's Get to Know. I've been Cankers. I do like that name, by the way. I do quite like Cankers. Call me. It started off with a subscriber calling me Cankers, and then some other people have been calling me Cankers, and I've just sort of adopted it now. I like the name Cankers. No Cankers. One of those two, that'll do. I've been Cankers, and also Noel, just in case you're getting mixed up here. Let's Get to Know was actually for 7,000 subscribers, And last time I checked, we were on 8.1 thousand subscribers. So that means the next Get to Know will be next Monday, which means if you have any questions for that, just leave it in the comments section below this video, and I will get round to answering all your questions next week. Hopefully next Monday, it might be Tuesday. You know what I'm like, I'm pretty crap at getting stuff out on time. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you want, you could catch the video on Friday. I'm not forcing you to, but I'm not forcing. Yeah, but obviously I'll lower on Friday. Next Get to Know next week. So until then, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Oh, just like my laptop screen. What the fuck? Oh, and my eyes are watering now. I reckon I could take flight at any moment. As well, apparently. Have your thought. Try that again. Oh my god, that is Zoom. Well, that is horrifying. Oh, that's my... Wow, I can Zoom, look. I whip my hair back and forth, I whip my... Even though I'm not. Okay. I'm just gonna stop recording now because this is getting weird.